Okay, it's live.
Good.
So we're gonna have a really short meeting because not everyone is here today. So we will talk about application controller pattern and maybe reschedule our next
Yeah.
topics. So I was trying to think of something simple for the application controller,
Mm-hmm.
and I wanted to use the same one as that I have for MVC, but it's like no, I don't want to spend too much time on that, so I'll do something easier or simple. So let me share my screen.
Okay. And if you want, I can share later what I have on application controller pattern.
Yeah, yeah. So let's see. Do you see that?
Can you zoom in a little bit?
Like that?
Yeah. Yeah, I see.
Okay. So this application that I made, so it asks the prompts the user to enter a word, and then yes, two words. Sorry, and then it says the prompts the user and says enter the letter C because I don't have any other options to do for now, just for this just one example. So it will combine those two strings, and then it will also prompt the user to enter like possessive adjective, so like my, you, their, our. So once the user enters those three strings, so it will have to combine those three strings and put it in order and then display it. So I have my scanner that I created, and this is the prompts for the user, and save it in those variables. And here I have, well, I'll show you first my controller. So here's
Mm-hmm.
my controller.
Yeah.
So I have to create a hash map where I will store the data from
Mm-hmm.
the user input. So here I have something called handle strings because that's my handler that I have here. And that's my handler. You don't have really much to do with it. Just avoid execute. That's what you need to have, and pass whatever things you will do. In my case, I have two strings and three strings that I will have to do. Like I want to do something with three strings, so I pass those three strings. So that's my handler. So I named it commands hashmat, and then I have my default constructor, and here I have the actual like method that will do everything. So it's called handle command and pass those three strings. So I call my hash madam and put a new key and value. So my key will be the letter C that I will use to for the user to enter. And these new join strings, that will be my actual class that I
Mm.
have. So this is what it's doing. So I will have use those three strings and then put first the adjective that goes first, and then the first word and the second word, and print the result. And so that whole thing, that result will be saved here with the key C. So the key C has those three words in one string. So here I have my handler, which is a private, I mean a local variable where I will get the whatever the user enters. So here I have the command because that's would be whatever is inside the hash map, and I want to get that key and value. So then here I call my handler and the execute method and pass the 3 strings, and that's pretty much it. When you run it, let's run this. So whatever word, maybe like a yellow. No, let's do it again. That's
Could be
so
whatever you want to.
whatever, maybe yellow, and then the other word, house, and then maybe be hair for the possessive, and then that's enter the letter C, and then for the command, and then that's the result, hair, yellow, house. So do you have any questions?
No, it's pretty clear. I'm just trying right now to access to my IntelliJ. Sometimes, it's stuck. Wish I can show you my example of application controller.
Yeah.
Give me just a
couple.
Give me a second, or maybe 10 seconds.
Yeah.
And I'll show you my example. You have talked about the handlers. Not sure.
Yeah, well,
about thread executors, runables, and other.
and the Android handler. Yeah, that's really easy because you. So you wanted, I can show you.
Okay.
So let me share it again. Okay. So here, just to create a handler. So I'll create another one. It doesn't matter. So maybe example handler.
It should be a handler?
Yeah. So to have a handler, or to make a handler, you implement handler. So here in the class, you write implements handler. So when you do that, it will give you like a whatever error, and then that's wait. Yes, I wanna. So you put end. No, wait. I know that it says it cannot have. So here we go. So we do create interface handler. No, that's not right.
No, you're supposed to have the interface handler.
How did I do that?
How?
Public interface should be interface.
No, another file.
Yeah.
You need to create in the same folder the interface. So have passer. I click on the folder, and then I'm in from class to interface. I can show you.
So create a, let's see.
The handler, it is an interface.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, first I need to share my screen. I'm showing. Yeah, screen share. And, okay. So do you see my screen?
Not yet.
Now?
Yes, there we go. Yeah.
Okay, for example, we want to create an interface and application controller pattern. I'm doing right click on the package application controller pattern, then you have a class, and then when it will work, the triangle, I click the interface and name it, for example, the handler, since I handler here.
Yeah.
Just so, and in my pattern, I have a handler. Pretty easy since it is interface. We are just overriding methods from this interface. If we're talking about my application controller pattern class, and what I have, it is kind of, we are imagining that we have rooms, and if wants to access that room, they need to write 1, 3.
Yeah.
And example, if someone will type another number caption, so the message will show the person that they need to type this those 3 numbers. Sorry, it's stuck. Here, as you see, I have a controller example. I'll show you later. Messages, here the end user can, the program is reading a number from keyboard. I showed you already my handler, and in a second I'll show you my rooms controller example. No. I feel that I need to buy another computer. It drives me crazy. I even cannot show you what I have here. Computer. So like when I'm running, not computer, my program, I mean, the end user see that message, can open a room and access some country. And then I have another message, which country do you want to go? And then the end user need to choose some number. Please work. So I'm just waiting for my computer. And in Egypt example, in Israel example, and in Turkey example, I'm overriding the method from the handler interface.
Because it was, yeah.
It's pretty cool because we can use the same method, but it will have different messages.
Yeah.
Sorry, Brian. It doesn't want to
No
work.
problem.
Oh, okay. So, controller example. Did I have created the hash map, and um, it it has keys and values. Here I'm have the um, execute method,
Mm-hmm.
and then let me show you my, for example, Egypt example. So it is overriding execute method, and I have a small method message. If I will type one, yeah, a message, and for example, I will rerun and show you if the end user will type, for example, another number.
Yeah.
It will show, for example, 5, and you can see type 1, 2, or 3, and type 2, and I have message. Easy and simple. Some questions about my application controller pattern.
Mm-hmm.
Do you have questions?
No.
Yeah. Collections I have showed and shared. The embassy I have shared, and for threads, executors, and runables, I can just, the last time I had a really bad example,
Mm-hmm.
so I can now what I have. Let's start from thread. So close other. So the threads. Here I'm creating two objects, and I just have one attribute. I mean,
I,
and one
uh-huh. I can
construct.
see your screen.
My screen. Sorry,
Yeah.
second, and I will share my screen. I didn't know what's happened to my screen. Sorry. Screen.
Okay.
Okay, so here I have two objects and one constructor and method run. Decided, for example, I have two printers.
Mm-hmm.
This printer is John, for example, and the second printer is Bob, and they are my threads.
Mm-hmm.
So if we have the join method, like it will help to finish in a thread. And I have messages. What helps us? It helps us to see which threads are accessing to the synchronize. And as I have write down here, synchronized, it's kind of a mutex. And when free working thread, see that so if it's free working thread, block it to show that it's busy. Like it's kind of, I don't know how to say it in English, but in Russian it's svetofor. Like it has like red, yellow, and green lights. So like when it's blocked, it's kind of a red light for another thread.
Mm-hmm.
And when it's finishing, it's finished, like it kind of shows the green light, so another thread can access it.
Okay.
Hard to explain me. Sometimes I feel so, but since it's much easier to speak English when I'm not using like so hard words as IT words with threads and other stuff. So, and it will. So here we see that finish it,
Yeah.
and we here we see the thread John. He's accessing
Mm-hmm.
also part, accessing to this part, and and then second thread Bob is accessing synchronize one, and then to synchronize two, and to that synchronize two, and that to synchronize one. So it works perfectly. But
Mm-hmm.
if we will use the thread nest example, um, I don't have the join method. So we will see how our uh, threads are stuck. So give me a second. So we see that John is accessing the synchronized one, and then the synchronized two synchronized one, and then John goes to synchronized two, and then accessing the synchronized two, and they are stuck. So,
Yeah.
and the program will never stop.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, like we can do just manually.
Yeah.
It will work forever. And also, I have the same example with the only, as I understand, the only difference between threads and runnables that the runnables we can reuse it,
Yeah.
because the threads when they finish it, like when our program finish it,
Mm-hmm.
we cannot use it, but runnables we can use it again and again.
Yeah.
And like as you see, I have the same uh, program. The difference here that I have created the first thread with runnables, and I have the same methods.
Mm-hmm.
I will run it. It will be the same
Mm-hmm.
as the threads that my printers they are good, but with the they are good. And here I have the join methods as I had in thread example. If we are talking about the
Yeah.
I will run it. Run it. It doesn't want to work again. They are stuck again, and the Annabelle's nest example will work forever
Yeah.
since we don't have the join method. I will finish it, and executors. Uh, okay, is my. Do you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay. Here is my executor help example, and here I'm creating pull for 4 threads, and I will run it 4 times. Here I'm creating the runnable threads, and executes runnable threads.
Mm-hmm.
Calling for the shut up down method, and like executor will not terminate it. And at the end of my program, I have the message that all threads are finished. So like what's happened. And as I have created the so have the thread ID. Give me a second. So like I have just one attribute, as I told you, it's thread ID, and also I have a constructor, and I'm overriding the method run, and when it works, how? Oh no, it's not that. Since I have that, I will do it manually. So that method will print a name of the thread and its ID.
Mm-hmm.
And also I have the private method get ID, and it will sleep for half of the second. And if I will run it, show you the names and threads. And the names, and they are in different order. So if I will rerun it again,
Mm-hmm.
here we have 1, 3, 2, and 4 different 1 and 3.
Yeah.
Their IDs. I think it is what I have. Of course, I have the nest example, and as you understand, I made it with my printers, and I'm using the it has the thread rerunnable thread.
Mm-hmm.
Like I'm just creating from the runnables happy example. Here executor executes runnable threads, and if you run it, they are stuck. Мама, я занята. Will work forever.
Yeah.
We'll finish it. So do you have questions about threads, runnables, and my executors?
No, the only thing that I think that I understand is for like executors, we need to make them stop somehow, because in real life, if you don't stop them because they take a long time, it might cause a memory leak.
Yeah, like call method and like how program will work.
Yeah, because for some reason in my code I can't use the shutdown method. I don't know why.
I don't know. Do you have the is terminated method.
Let's see.
They will work together. You can try.
Hmm, let's see.
So I will stop sharing my screen.
I said open and it didn't open.
It's okay.
Okay.
We're not really good working, so
Mm,
usually all of you are waiting for me. So I'm fine to wait.
oh, it's open. What am I thinking? So, can you see my screen?
Try the. Yes, I
Oh,
can. So I send you my part of my code with the shutdown method.
yeah, I wanted to use that one. Like, it should be like, uh, for like this one, and that should be like shut down, but it's not
Working.
working.
Executor shutdown. And what is the message?
Cannot resolve method.
Cannot resolve method. Why?
It doesn't like it.
Yes. Import the Java util concurrent. Maybe
That's what I have.
the but I have an asterisk. So maybe
Let's see. Board jump until
the uh,
so all like that. No,
still doesn't work.
maybe all like that. Right. No, no.
Uh-uh. I have program. I have at thread pool, and you
Where?
have in my program. I'm creating the executor, and executor equals to executor dot new cache thread pool. But in my program, I have fixed thread pool. So maybe
So
it is the reason
let's
you
see.
fix it.
New fit.
You fix it thread pool.
Yeah. Let's do. I don't know too. But it's still no.
Yeah, I see. I'm trying to see the difference. Then I'm runnable. It is the same. Simple. But in my runnable, I have the work. That works. Let's try to copy and paste the part of my code. I'm just wondering if it will work.
So it would be okay.
I'm just wondering. Do you see?
Yeah.
Yes.
Let's see.
You just need to change names.
Let's try something. Nope. I know. So if I let's do it.
Because my runnable, I'm creating my runnable thread in the try and catch in the four between four
Hmm. It's because I have other
function.
names.
Yeah, I know.
Uh,
Uh, you have you have two runnable threads, but I have only one runnable thread, and my runnable thread inside for function, and my shutdown methods below the for function. So try and executor shutdown uh, move to below.
let's try to get.
Copy not that part. I mean just an executor dot shutdown. Try to move it below.
So maybe right here.
Yeah.
Nope.
Or after, try to move it after try and catch. Here.
Nope.
Mm. I wish I can tell you. I don't know, but it doesn't work.
I don't know why. And still don't know what he wants us to do with the handler for, because it's like a empty handler.
I see.
Because I have this before, but that's not right. That's different.
I don't know. I will read about the Android handlers since I didn't stand that we need to have Android handler.
Yeah, because
I
like
will search for it.
it's really simple. It's just that's not the one. Uh, it's like the one that I have for my app. Just one single thing. Like the one that I had on my application controller pattern would be almost the same thing because it's a handler.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
I also changed a little bit and added some nasty pads for everything. Like I don't want to run it. It takes a long time, but when you maybe have like a whole log, but you put null because there's nothing, just get a null pointer, an exception, or when you have the join and put a negative number, that's not possible either. And you get the illegal argument exception, or maybe not that one. Uh, no. What do you say?
Hear you, so I ask you to repeat
Okay,
your
so for
sentence again.
yeah, so for I added a couple of nasty pads, and I could use the same for all of them. So in this case, I chose to have like a whole log method to put a log on that, but I will not do that. So I put null there just to see what happens, and it throws a null pointer exception error. But if you use like the join method, like the one that you use, so I put a negative number because if I put a positive, it will work and do something. So putting a negative number, it throws an illegal argument exception because it can't have negative values for the time. But I don't think you can put no. That's why I put a negative number there. And for
I even didn't think about it.
the executor, because was trying to think of something. So if I put the wait method and put a long number, for some
Mm-hmm.
reason it throws the illegal monitor state exception.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't want to wait too long. And if I put
Yeah.
execute no, it can't
Mm-hmm.
execute anything, so you get the null pointer exception.
Mm-hmm.
But this has to work. The shutdown.
It should.
Yeah.
I don't know. So is it all what we have for today?
Yeah, maybe something could have like,
We can plan.
yeah, for like, I was looking at some of these videos that from other people,
Mm-hmm.
and they have
Creating.
like here they have the sockets, or let's see, he has. I know this one. I know this guy. He has good explanations of everything, so he has should have more. Uh,
It is more understandable.
so he has, yeah, the application controller pattern that I use this example to make mine because that's easier to understand. And
Mm-hmm.
maybe because they have like threads, but I think I saw that they have Hibernate somewhere, and here the server and client sockets. Uh, Here's Hibernate, but they don't show it how to install it and do the setup. They just
Mm-hmm.
show it how it works. So we need to find something or somebody maybe in other teams that know how to do that or found something that will help because I can't find a way to do that and the guy that was in my class before he never answered.
Mm-hmm.
I just want this at least maybe the steps how to do the configuration so that we can start working on everything that we need like this one, but that doesn't show how they started before they were showing the example.
Mm.
So maybe we can, for next meeting, have
Talk
like
about
talk about
Android
maybe,
handlers.
yeah, the Android handler. So Android handler, yeah, and should
Will
be
we
H.
meet tomorrow?
Yeah,
Since you can meet on Friday.
yeah. Because I think Greg told me that he probably won't be able to meet on Friday either.
Yes, as I understand, he can meet on Monday.
Yeah.
And I don't know about Adam and another guy. It's hard for me to read his name.
So it was. I don't know.
I think Adam can meet with us because
Yeah.
he write down in comments something like that works for me.
Yeah.
So let's plan meet tomorrow at the same time. And
Yeah. Maybe
as I
we.
understand, we'll
Mhm.
Friday, and we'll meet next time on Monday, and we'll talk
Yeah.
more about other
So
stuff.
I'll try to keep looking for more information because I have like what it actually does and all the explanations and how to write the
Mm-hmm.
code, but I want to know how to set it up first because I know how that works. I understand the code. I have the code example, but that I can't run it because I have not set up with the actual server
Mm-hmm.
with IntelliJ.
Yes. And if you will find, if you will read and find good information about servlets and installation, since since the servlets in IntelliJ community, like we cannot use that Tomcat server, only in how to say that, ultimate. Kind of good information you can share in our Google Plus community.
Because all I know for like servlets, you have to download his files that is called the JSON Echo servlet and the handler. Those two files you will need to use for your servlet. So you will only, what else? Let's see. Yeah, that's not the right one. Maybe it is. But there's 3 different files. I think so. I'm not sure. So for like the HTTP URL connections, servlets, and for Hibernate, we need to download a couple of his files that he has written, and we only have to modify the code and add nasty paths and happy paths for those.
Yeah.
But I think he said that we needed to have our own servlet, but I'm not sure if we can use his code and modify it or build the whole thing
I don't know.
ourselves. I don't know.
Me too. Me neither.
So, well, I think that will be everything for today.
Yeah.
And we
will meet tomorrow at the same time.
Yeah.
And if you feel that we need to meet tomorrow, we can meet.
Yeah, well, I think we will need a little bit longer, more time to look for more information to do everything. And in case we still can't figure out, we'll have to ask other teams and maybe Brother Larson for help.
Yeah, it's a good idea.
Yeah, because I could show you next week everything because I have it in my other computer, but I still can't remember how I install everything.
But maybe you will see your computer again
on Monday.
Yeah. You will know exactly, so you can share with us.
Yeah. Well, I guess we'll see you tomorrow or Monday.
Okay, let's plan first maybe to write down, so we will see what we have and do we need to meet. But I will plan to meet tomorrow, so like I will set up the time.
Yeah.
And if you will feel that we don't need the meeting, just meet on Monday, so we will change the time for Monday.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well,
good.
See you maybe tomorrow.
See you tomorrow.
Yeah.
Have a great day.
You too.
Bye-bye.
Bye.